lebitso la ka ke Michael Hamashamuri morena wa Simio bueno wenzanalana pero uthakale dibese ho ena le monster te fela e betlweng ke maoto le ditlako di thusa ditaba ho phefumoloha di thusa ho hokahanya ke moruo wa rona ke methapo ya rona.
Good morning, Maseru Bird's Nest. This is 7 Papa Charlie Mike Oscar.
And 7 Papa Charlie Mike Oscar, Maseru Bird Nest Tower, go ahead.
Yeah, Maseru, 7 Papa Charlie Mike Oscar is ready for a flight from Maseru to Samong Kong. 2 passengers, Claudio Caluori and Kevin Landry with 2 bikes. 3 hours fuel, request 1,500.
Taxi lineup runway 04, advise next, ready for departure.
7 Papa Charlie Mike Oscar is ready for departure runway 04 for following the Horsemen. Seven Papa Charlie Mike Oscar.
Charlie Mike Oscar, go ahead.
497 Papa Charlie Mike Oscar's over Malinsignani.
I copy Charlie Mike Oscar over Malinsignani en route to Samong Kong, landing in 2 minutes.
Lesotho area traffic, 7 Papa Charlie Mike Oscar on the ground, runway 26 at Samong Kong, taxiing to the terminal following the Horsemen.
When we were landing at Seaman Kong, to our right was our Horseman, and there it was, just galloping at the same speed as the plane, which kind of worried me because I was like, oh, he's going to set a bit of a pace when we're out there.
Didn't know a horse could go that fast. Was a bit worried about it though, because it was just riding through the rocks, but as we saw a couple of days later, that horse can do a lot more rocks than what we saw on the airstrips.
Horse can do a lot more rocks than we could.
Yeah.
Upon arriving in Seaman Kong, our big objective that day, which was heading out to Mount Sianu Falls, was our afternoon, and what a spectacular place that was. Basically could have spent the whole trip there and would have been pretty stoked.
Well, obviously the scenery was incredible, but I didn't feel that well on the bike behind him, especially next to those huge cliffs, and I'm really scared of heights.
What is this, rampage or what? Oh shit, it is!
That first day was definitely out of the comfort zone.
Getting tight. You hear the thunder? Thunder.
E a utsangana maema lo ringwa tloa ntsele tsa matseleng a fetoe be ntho e kang sekgola se kang difako empa o tadima ka tsebo ya gona re le batho bona go maruana a na le sefako re batla mo re ka tswang go kena magaenyaneng kapa mafikanyaneng go itshireletsa.
Already when we started that first real stage to the camp, we knew that there was a high risk of rain.
Oh, come on!
The rain really hit us, but we didn't make it, so he decided to stop underneath a tree.
No hiding below trees when it's lightning?
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
You don't think so?
The first thing that every kid in Switzerland learns, you never stop underneath a tree when there's lightning. You have to keep going. And so what we did was stopping underneath the tree.
Now, had one of those trees been struck by lightning, it would have felt like that. It would not have been like, oh my God, I'm getting crushed by a tree. It would have been like, oh, some branches hit me in the head. So I felt like that was a pretty good decision.
Also a little disturbance like wow, this thing will bring us a chance for rain.
So I decided to just go for it and find those next houses, and they decided to stay.
So, yeah, I mean, I'd say we both made good decisions, but my decision was better.
The family there immediately invited me in there, lighted a fire, and half an hour later they arrived as well, so we could warm up, and that was really, really, really helpful.
Thank you.
Bana le lerato le leholo ho bohle jwale mpa lerata la gona ge batho ba tlang dinai tse hole kwana le letlago bana gana motho yona re sa tsebe gabo a fihla bona senang thata banna ge mothabeleng a tla thabe go tseba go dula le gona ka ditsela tsohle a ba re fele bothata be bang re ne re na le bona ka babo jwale ge boqebolle go le banna ba ratana ba tsebana.
We came over the ridge and we saw the valley where we're gonna camp. I thought this is probably the most awesome place in the world to be camping. The problem is that we had beans pretty much every day here, and you know what that means. And it didn't bother me too much, but it bothered that guy. Well, it's not like he smelled well.
Well, that's a good point.
This was the first time for me to do like an adventure trip on a mountain bike like this. I've done some riding in the Swiss Alps where I live, obviously, but never really several day trip through wilderness. I am just really thankful to have experienced this.
Le monza tse tlang o tla nno o tswele pele batho ba ratang naga ya bo bona gona e tsamaya jwang le batho ba re tšhakelang ba bona re tsamaya jwang ka tsela efeng. Ya bobedi go ntse go le jwalo go na le nako e o ka fumana batho ba jere dithotonyana tsa bona ba tsamaya ka maoto gore re ba tsamaya ka tsa motlhong e le lerato fela leo motho wa bona gona o tsamaya ka tsela ena o tsamaya ka tsela ena o e tsalang.
How's it going?
Baboon Pass was named after when it was a trading route. The pass itself was surrounded by baboons in the mountains, but I mean, we didn't see any. Good name though.
Well, the challenge was not really the climb. The challenge was really the downhill because it was just rocks, rocks, rocks for like an hour or more. As long as those rocks are not moving, you know how to handle them and they're actually fun to ride. But if those rocks are moving constantly when you get onto them, that makes it really, really hard. So that downhill was a real challenge.
Hey Claudio, do you want to do a course preview? Here we are, Baboons Pass. I fucking hate this.
Fuck me, eh? All we're gonna do here is fucking trash our bikes. He's trying to save his horse.
Hono ntila teng ne le mpe ile ma jo ga le tswa dipereza mo hloko ka mantong ha o lo abuya ile go tloa tlase no ka ne mano wa tsala khalo le hlele ma jo le pere di tswa mo hloko ka maoto mo le maoto a ba mo no ke pula.
Fuck me, eh? When I pedaled, one foot was down and hit a big rock, and I just managed not to have a big crash. So when I got to a stop, I was quite happy I didn't crash, but then 5 seconds later I feel, uh-oh, I think I definitely did something to my toe, and the pain just got worse and worse, to the point where I knew that it was messed up.
That basically set the pace for the day. He's still charging with a broken toe, uphill and downhill. Perhaps some of the opiate-based painkillers gave him help. Fucking falling, Claudio Caluori, World Cup racer here, got to get into position.
Come on.
Guy comes on a multi-day expedition in deck shoes.
Beep, beep, beep.
But I'm feeling so low. I'm with the kid, feel like I'm riding solo. Fire rain on my head, on my cold soul. Crucified the flesh, love you to death. I'ma die for my kid, feeling like I won't go. Fly on his wings, feeling like I can't float. Fire rain on my head, on my cold soul. Crucified the flesh, love me to death. Stigmata. Lord, I can see the scars on my hand. Reminder that I'm only your man. Yeah, Lord, I can see the scars of your hand.
I need some concrete pills and harden up, eh? Oh shit. That is
broken toe.
That is a broken toe.
Yeah.
Well, he gave me the painkillers he had to get through those 8 hours on the bike at that day, but those painkillers were used up, and I knew we had 3 more days to go on the bike, so I knew that was gonna be quite tough without any help. Yeah, well, some magic tape and those pills that I got from our guide made me not think about the toe anymore, and they helped quite well, so next day I was like new.
Inenze yeza yalo kadukozi masad gozi galo usita ga dipetele house ile mo mdaga je dikozi abele ang kwa khudise wale a ishedi ngakeng a o ala swantse ba a phele ile ngoma.
I would say that was some of the best mountain biking. A lot of the stuff we've been riding so far is obviously not purpose-built for mountain biking, and this trail wasn't either, but man, it felt like it was. Like there is sick turns, and there is sections where you could open it up and you could see for 500 meters, so you just felt pretty good about not really touching your brakes and just letting it roll. And then when you're following World Cup homie over here, you're kind of just like, well, I gotta let her go.
I'm okay. Are you?
Yeah.
No shortcut.
Dipeganya ntonyana ze ka dikotsi tse ne tla dipegeng ke a pereka ya go ga o palame ba le mona e go tla mmona mmomong ke yona kotsi tse di re bona di atata go ba teng.
Following the trading route, it would be only natural to sleep in the trading post. You could feel the energy of that used to be like quite the bustling market, and all of these trading posts are about a day's travel in from each other, so you can just imagine like who's coming from where with the wool and who's coming with the grain, and it's the Lesotho Stock Exchange essentially.
I've seen it all, but coming to Lesotho was definitely another world because we were literally in areas that had no roads, and they don't have water, they don't have electricity. They do get the water from the next river or from wherever, but this is really a country that I had no idea about before, and being able to experience that is something I really, really appreciate.
Being some of the first guys to ride through these mountains in Lesotho, I think that's an experience that I'll bring with me for the rest of my life. What's really exciting is that if more people want to come riding here, the terrain will be kept alive, and those pathways will be kept alive, and the stories will be kept alive, and it'll be kept alive because people want to come and ride their bikes on it. And I think Claudio and I being the first people to ride a lot of that, I don't think that's something I'll ever forget.
Re tla nne re kgothaletse bana ba rona gore ba nna etsang go le tsebe tsela ke ena ya bona re se re kopane le batho ba tswang nageng gotlhe, mme ba re tšhakela ba tlo tseba go bone ba re tšhaketse ba tseba naga ya bo bona ba tseba ya bo lona. Mohlomong le lona le tla ke le tšhake ba ye kwana ba go le ruta ga bo bona ona go etsiwa jwang. Se re kopane re ntho e le nngwe.